So I want to tell you how Robert Kiyosaki has allowed my 14-year-old son to retire at the age of 14. Maybe sounds crazy. Let me tell you how that has occurred. So many of you have probably heard about the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, this is one of the best-selling financial books of all time. It's been a pivotal book in my life. It's helped totally restructure the way I think about money and investing and business. And coming from someone who had business training and my own businesses and went to university and took business courses, this book did more for me than any other book. Well, let me tell you, one of his key ideas in this book is that to retire, his definition is that your passive income needs to exceed your expenses. So active income is the money we'd make through a salary or a job. That's the active income. Passive income is money from investments or a business that's running on autopilot. And so these ideas have always intrigued me, and I've built my own business and life around building assets that will pay me over and over when I'm not there. Now, that's not to say I don't have active income. In fact, still for me, most of my income is still coming from active. And over some time, I know I'm going to get to a place where my passive income, and it's not too far away. But I want to talk about my son. So my son, his name is TJ. He's 14 as of July. He's on the autism spectrum. He's been diagnosed with ADHD. He has some troubles focusing, and he's, maybe slight challenges relating to people, but he works at it, and he's good-natured and kind. And but I always saw, in the back of my mind, I said, I want this kid to be able to live what Robert Kiyosaki teaches, where his passive income can exceed his expensive. So just a few months ago, he and I, we found a program that involves something he's passionate about, which is video games and selling video games. And so we put together a system. We had some good help, some insights, some mentors that helped us put the system together. And to date, and it's only been a few months, the business is almost all hands off at this point. He has hired some assistants that are able to do some of the manual things in this business. And being a person who doesn't have any expense or many expenses now, his passive income is already exceeding his expenses. And the business is only a couple of months old. We're conservatively estimating by January, February of 2022, his business is going to be completely hands-off. He's already got in place. His asset is growing healthy. Nice thing, he doesn't have to take much money out of it. But he's already at the age of 14, he's on the track for retirement according to Robert Kiyosaki's definition. Now, we've got some plans today that we're going to reinvest that money. We're going to do lots of things to continue him, but I would love to see him continue on this path. And he's such a fine young man, and he may not need to get a job now based on what he's been able to set up, and certainly with my help, but I got to also give credit to Robert Kiyosaki with the mindset that retirement is when your passive income exceeds your expenses. And so if you are looking to do the same thing, get in touch with me, reach out, and I'm happy to share the insights that I've gained working with Robert Kiyosaki and help you be able to create the same level of retirement, hopefully as early for you as possible, maybe a lot earlier than you ever expected you would be able to retire.